Hi everyone, and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I wanted to do a reading on Jack Townson, who is our local TikTok vampire, who does a lot of content around the occult. I think is definitely has portrayed himself as a vampire, and has quite a bit of a following on not just his TikTok pages, but on YouTube, and then on a few other social media platforms. So I was just talking to a friend about this individual the other day, and I wanted to do a reading as they made a really interesting comment about how, like, during his live streams, he will ask his audience to, like, whatever they're comfortable with and with their consent, to give him energy, and he'll take that. I find that really creepy and extremely vampire-esque, but just still really, really creepy that you're asking your audience to essentially give you energy or feed him. Yeah, I just find that really, really creepy. So I wanted to come on here. I have a few questions that I wanted to go through and just look into. Is this guy the real vampire dealio sort of thing? And go from there. So with that, I'm gonna get over here into my readings, but just want a couple things to get out of the way. So one, everything I'm going to be sharing here today is for entertainment purposes only and is alleged, and that everything I'm stating here is my own opinion and not a fact. So please do not go sending mean or negative spirited comments, thoughts, or ideas towards any creators that we talk about here today. Just as we are trying to be really positive, send good things out, and really give some context to his audience and people around him who do watch his content, because I do feel, just from my personal ideas, that this is really not just creepy, but can be dangerous when people ask for essentially to feed someone their energy, as like that energy is yours, and giving it voluntarily, just to me, is really, really out of the norm, is the words that kind of come to my mind. So with that, I want to start off with with probably the biggest question in the room, and that is this Jack a real vampire? As I've heard that he speaks in tongues sometimes on his live streams, and it can be a little bit it has power feeling, and can be very intense. So we'll look at that. So is he the real vampire? I do things in threes, so just letting you know, we'll have the general energy, we'll have kind of maybe in this case, we'll see what's behind the mask a little bit, and then we'll just have a clarifying card that kind of pulls everything together. So, is he a real vampire? The Tower reversed. Well, shit. With the Tower reversed, seeing him, I think he definitely is he going to be the blood-sucking type of vampire type dealio? No. But do I see him as someone who has a little bit of does he believe it? Yes. Is he the blood-sucking type of vampire that everyone thinks someone's No. But is he a vampire of sorts? Feels like it. Yes. So then kind of what's the mask here, or kind of what's coming up here? So we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is all about childhood, nostalgia, and can kind of be about giving and receiving a little bit, but it's almost like he plays on, he has a very innocent sort of mask, it feels like, to what he's portraying online or what is being seen by the audience. There's probably things are maybe a little bit more deeper than what we are seeing portrayed on social media, and in his beliefs, his thoughts, and his ideas. Putting it all together, so we have the Three of Cups, here. So with the Three of Cups kind of putting everything together, I feel like this is maybe he got into this like with a group of friends when he was like younger, or like he's had a lot of these thoughts and feelings since he has been pretty young. I would say like early childhood, like closer to like maybe middle school, elementary school. I don't know if he's talked about this on his other live streams or his other like when he does lives or his videos, or if he's done a series about this. But I definitely feel for him when it comes to, is he the real vampire sort of deal situation? I definitely feel that there are aspects of it. So when you see vampires are known for like their blood sucking, blah, 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 let me have your blood. But in this case, I do feel like vampires can also be known as like, I don't know if people remember like emotional vampires or like the, or like energy vampires, some people. So like, I don't know, a great example of this might be like, hey, you know, when you walk into a room and like, or after you've talked to someone and like after you're done talking with them, like it feels like you almost are like emotionally drained. And you're just like a hollow husk of yourself. Like that's a kind of maybe like an emotional vampire who like almost preys on your emotions a little bit. Another aspect, like if you think about it in like energy vampire ways, it's like after you talk to someone, like, you know how you have those people around you, like after you talk to them, you're just like physically drained of like all the energy in your body and you just want to curl up and take a nap. Like that's another form of vampire that we can kind of see. It's essentially is someone like you interact with, and then after you're done interacting with them, it's almost feeling like you're drained in some way, shape, or form. I definitely feel like that's more of the vibe here. So would I call him a real vampire in the blood-sucking way? Allegedly, no. But I do. It's very, very interesting. As like I said, nothing here is fact or like true. Like I'm saying, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing from the cards and what I'm feeling. Because remember, everything here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So, putting those off to the side, I want to go into, and I think I want to actually go into something that actually really creeped me out when I heard about this, and that is him asking asking for consent for people to essentially send him energy online. And like from what I have been told, he has been told like he like asks people who are in his lives or in his videos or like who have I'm watching them to like send him energy and like only what they're comfortable with, and like you need to be a consenting party to it and this, that, and the other thing, right? So like asking for consent and doing it in an ethical or moral way. But I still find that really creepy that someone's asking you for energy to give them when it's your energy. I just find that really creepy. Maybe you don't. I'm not sure. To me, it seems really, really creepy. And weird. So I want to kind of just look like what's actually occurring in these energy feeding live streams. There's a lot of cards that just want to fall out. So I'm going to let them all fall out. Typically I said I do things in threes. And then I'll try and grab one more card here. So what I want to do first here. So we have the Nine of Swords. So that's like feeling Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Well, shit. Okay. So what I'm getting here with this. So Ten of Pentacles upright to me is always a community of some sort, whether or not, especially when it comes to like YouTuber readings or people who are on social media, I see that as the audience around them. Whether or not that be like people who are like hate watchers or people who are just really invested in the creator, people who are supportive and doing all of that. So what I'm seeing here is, so with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, it feels like there's 2 or 3 or 4 different factions within his community at large. And why I say that is, So with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I'm feeling like a disjointedness. Like there's a wholeness to the community at large, but then there are different factions that are almost like opposing a little bit, or they don't get along a lot. Like I said, I don't know too much about him other than the brief stuff that I had mentioned before. So I really don't know a lot around the community that he is like that surrounds him. So I just know that he is your local TikTok vampire. And that he has like a pretty dominating presence. Maybe that's kind of the gist of what I have around him. But definitely seeing disjointedness within communities. With the Eight of Wands, so Eight of Wands upright is a lot of speed moving forward very, very fast. Eight of Wands here reversed, I see as almost like a stagnation, or it's a crashing and burning. And this is looking at like the energy feeding of his live streams, and then the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, this is weird. And then with the Nine of Swords, it definitely like, it's like an over anxiety. It's almost like paranoia to like the nth degree. I also can interpret this as I'm seeing individual or okay. Before I say anything, I am going to pull the other three cards. I'm going to see if it kind of helps clarify some things. And then I'm going to come back to this because I just want to see if something I'm hearing is or that I'm thinking might be confirmed somewhere else. So the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. We're going to move those to the side. We're going to bring these back. Okay. Going back to this Nine of Swords and looking at the energy feeding live streams asking of people. So Nine of Swords, I'm looking at this as I think this actually might be the community as a whole with these three cards. Because I was seeing the community here, almost like a crashing and burning, or like a slow wave, or this could be a slow wave, or this could be just an immense wave of stuff coming in. And then there's the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, putting it, this is, remember, all very alleged and for entertainment purposes only, but I feel like a lot of people, if they're giving energy, it feels sporadic, or from individuals who struggle with mental health or who have severe mental health diagnoses. Like I said, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. This is what I'm just seeing. And then with pairing that in with the Eight of Wands reversed, it's not a consistent thing I think that happens. It almost feels like it's a surge, and then it's almost like a surge or a rush of things that come in, and then it kind of dissipates really, really fast. And I don't think it comes from a lot of people in the community, but it will come from some. Really applying that there. And to be 100% honest, now going over into all of the cards over here. So now we're looking at the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Wands upright, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I see quite a bit of feminine energy over here, or the queens are typically known as like feminine energy. In this case, I'm not sure. I mean, anyone can show up as a king or a queen. There's a slight difference. One is like a more giving energy, one is a more receiving energy. Some people will say, in this case, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, that makes me feel like something is really slowed down still. And like, this is weird. With the slowing of it down, we have the Queen of Wands upright, which is like in their power, feeling really like bold, beautiful, confident sort of energy. It could be feminine, it could not be feminine. It could be a female or it could not be a female is what I meant to say. And then with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it feels like the grounding aspect when it comes to looking at energy feeding and live streams. This is so weird. Because it's like, there's the big, bold, beautiful, confident self with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, though, feels, and then the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this is like resources, but like, this has been reversed. This is like, all my pentacles have been reversed. And I'm trying to figure out if this is like the energy resource, because pentacles are typically money or wealth or resources. So like it what the heck? I'm gonna pull some tea leaf cards here, because my brain is a little bit, I think it's struggling to comprehend what is going on. Because like, my initial thought would be like, energy is coming in, but it's so, like, it's slowed down, or it's not reaching its intended in person, or like it's being like misdirected, or it's not getting to them. Because like the Knight of Pentacles, it's like, this is like like everything is kind of slowed down to like baby steps. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's like where you think these resources are going, it's not going where it's intended. Or it's not getting to that person. So like, where is it going? And like with the Ten of Pentacles, this is just weird to me. And then there's this Queen of Wands over here, which seems to be like the person that's actually going to, like, because like they're big, they're bold, they're beautiful, they're getting their energy, they're getting everything in. And here's what the scales: keep your life in balance. Like, what is going on here? I'm gonna pull one more card. Goodness gracious. And then we have the Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. A business exchange? What? Weird. Very, very weird. I'm not sure where that's coming in yet. So, can we pull a few more cards on what's going on with these energy live stream feedings? Because this is just weird to me. And I'm actually just really kind of confused, to be 100% honest. So we have the Strength card, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Hierophant reversed. Okay. So Hierophant, let's actually start with the Strength card. So Strength card, Four of Wands, and the Hierophant. So how I interpret this is that, so with the Strength card, where is this energy? Okay, so in some decks that I've seen, I think the tarot deck of the Haunted House I think their Four of Wands looks very cultish-like, and like, I've seen a couple people who have used that deck, and that's exactly where my mind went, seeing these three cards. Also with the Hierophant reversed, I think that Hierophant has like a priest on it. Oh gosh. Like I say, I don't have that deck with me, but I know the imagery so very well, and I know those two cards very well. And I'm going to say, alleged for entertainment purposes only. Nothing here is a fact. Those two cards in that deck have a very lots of religious themes and have very cult-like energy or behavior or themes and imagery on them. And with the Strength card upright, I definitely see this as almost like, what comes to my mind is figurehead. So I'm not sure if he is a part of like a group or anything, but this feels a little bit bigger than this individual when it comes to energy feedings and live streams. I don't know. Like I said, this is really weird. I don't know where this is going. I'm not 100% certain what I'm seeing. Like I said, I could be interpreting this, and these are the metaphors I'm seeing. And like, I'm not sure. Like, these are just imageries that are coming to my head and everything. But it definitely feels. When it comes to these live streams, and he's asking for energy very, very. With consent. Remember, this is all they're asking with consent, from what I've been told. Like I said, it's like a redirection. There's a lot of female energy or feminine energy when it comes to this. A lot of when it comes to this, I'm trying to dance around this, so like I'm not gonna get like. I mean, I know I'm not a monetized channel. I know I don't have, like, I don't have a lot of those worries. But, like, this is still, this feels very, has a strong religious vibe around it. Has a very strong religious vibe around it. With the Hierophant reversed, I definitely, okay. There's a figurehead to this energy. Four of Wands is very much about the home, the family, the community, like a central location. Hierophant reversed, lack of commitment, or it could just be some people will look at it as like a very religious card, and seeing it reversed can mean or indicate using religion or bending rules and religion and beliefs and thoughts for a more negative or, just more negatively to influence others. And that way, when it comes to this live stream asking for consent and reading. So next question I want to go into is, how does Jack's audience see him? I want to look at that here. Ooh. Do I only need one card? Yeah, I actually only need this one card for him. How does his audience see him? I see them, I think his audience sees him as someone who's very cool, aloof, and almost, cool and aloof. I think that's where we're gonna lead it. You know how you have that resident bad boy who it's like, oh my goodness gracious, I want to protect him, or I want to give him all my things because he's just that cool, and like if I hang around the cool person, like I'm cool too, sort of vibe. So say that like his audience is like, they're trying to give him things like their energy, their money, their support, their this, and he's just like, I really don't want it. And then it's like, in reality, he's like, he's a playing hard to get type of person. And that's how I think his audience sees him. Definitely as a playing hard to get type of person who's like open and cool and fun. But then like once you want to get closer to him, he's kind of like, okay, maybe. Because like with the Four of Cups, I just see it with like, there's his audience offering him things, and then he's kind of like turning his head away from it. Because remember, he's got all this stuff in front of him to begin with. So that's why I'm trying to, that's the energy I'm getting from him when it comes, or like, how does his audience see him? So next I want to see, how does he see his audience? I want to kind of pull into that energy. I don't like this at all. Because the imagery, how does he see his audience? I think he sees he sees himself as God versus his audience. We have the Emperor upright. He sees himself as the one that leads, the one who inspires, the one who's kind of like, I'm the biggest, best thing since sliced bread. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. He sees himself as essentially the one who looks over all. He is the leader. He is the kind and gracious one who rules with not an iron fist, but with words of like he sees himself as essentially the king or the ruler. That's kind of what the emperor is. I think this is a very, very, very literal interpretation of how he sees his audience, is that he is the king of them. But I think he sees himself as very benevolent, and very fair. If it was reversed, I would be extremely worried. As like he would be kind of like domineering or very controlling or manipulative of his audience. Seeing it upright makes me feel like it's not to that point. It feels very much like he's a kind leader, a generous leader, one who kind of very much pays attention and is very fair. That's the type of energy I get when it's like, how does he see his audience? And then, so that doesn't scare me like with his personal, but I wanted to see what else should we know here. What other information should we know about this individual, when it comes to just him interacting with his audience on YouTube, TikTok, and other social media platforms. So, all right. So we have the Three of Wands reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And then we have the Eight of Swords. He has so many reversals. Like this energy has a lot of reversals, but I'm actually thinking this is the Eight of Swords. So what else should we know? So the Three of Wands is all about kind of not started. Like it's like you have a plan in mind. You're getting ready to start your journey and essentially put your plan into action. Two of Wands is the planning of it. The Three of Wands is the action of it. Seeing it reversed, it's almost like he's been holding back, or like it's not he, but like there's an energy of holding back, of staying kind of not stuck, but very much. It's almost like he's not stuck. It's almost like he's held back. The Knight of Pentacles here feels interesting. Knight of Pentacles almost feels like a loss of money, loss of resources. It's almost like, so the Knight of Pentacles upright is like you've made it. You are comfortable. You are in your element. You're like, the fruits of your labor have come to fruition, and now you're laying back and watching it all kind of come together. Seeing the Nine of Pentacles reversed, here is, it feels like things have kind of started to, there's cracks like appearing at the foundations of something. It really feels like, I know that's like the Tower card a little bit, but it definitely feels like cracks are in the foundation. Like it's not a solid base of, like it's not a solid intention or a solid base of what has kind of come to fruition. Because how I read this card is the general energy, the challenges or lessons being learned, and then the advice. So Three of Wands, feeling held back. This could be a project, this could be a new business endeavor, this could be the current endeavor that they're on. Knight of Pentacles, it feels like things are kind of falling apart or crumbling a little bit. Or things haven't come to fruition like they have thought. And then with the Eight of Swords is kind of like an advice card here. It's like, be paranoid. Or there's like I don't know why the advice card of like Eight of Swords, because Eight of Swords is all about anxiety, it's almost feeling trapped a little bit. And showing that, and like maybe that is just him feeling trapped, or it's almost like some people might be like, stay in your niche. It's like, stay in the niche, it's safe in the niche, and expanding out can be really scary. Or it could be it's like stay in your lane, almost. Like stay in your lane. I think it is almost like stay in your niche, stay in your box, stay in your lane. If you expand out from there, things could crumble. I'm not sure what that all means. I'm gonna pull a clarifying card to kind of see in what aspect this is kind of like talking about or where we're at. So I'm just going to pull a tea leaf card from the astral houses, which has like a couple different areas of life that to kind of like look at or kind of narrow this down into. And we had success. So yeah. I'm seeing this definitely as this is maybe him wanting to expand or get into different media platforms or different media streams. And I think he has seen maybe some failures of this where he's tried to expand his audience and it hasn't worked like he's wanted it to. And my opinion, I feel like I think stay in your box, stay in your niche, stay in your lane, stay where you're good, because like if you keep expanding, things are gonna crumble a little bit. I think people will start digging. The more eyes on you, the more people are gonna look into things. And I don't know if he really wants people looking into his past or groups that he's a part of, or his actions. Because I feel like there could be just some things there that he wouldn't just want brought up, but like people that he's interacted with to be brought up. So, with that, I'm gonna end the reading there. If you guys would like to see more like this, or even have ideas for other people that you would like to see readings on, please leave them in the comment section down below. Or if you'd like to do like a part 2 or go into anything more specific, please leave that down below as well. I would love to hear it or see, or if you have any context of maybe what I've picked up here, let me know. And then if you like this video, you can hit the awesome like button down below just to support my channel, to know that you like this video. And then if you want to see other videos like this, there's an awesome button called subscribe that you can hit, and you can make sure that you are helping me grow the channel, and make sure you can see other videos that I have done on YouTubers, people in pop culture. I do pick a card readings and true crime. So if that interests you at all, hit the subscribe button down below and you can watch more videos like that. And then there's an awesome notification button to make sure that if you do want to make sure that you don't miss videos like this in the future, you can get notifications for it. So with that out of the way, I want to still thank you guys so much for watching the video up to this point. And I hope wherever you guys are, I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So thank you.